Hello and welcome back to the McAdams Comlink. We've got
Hello.
Echo, and we've got Abby this
Hi,
time around.
it's me. I'm alive and here to talk about a
Yay!
show I know nothing about.
Woot woot. All right, so today we're going to be talking about Season 1, Episode 2, Darkness Rising Part 2, which originally aired November 26, 2010. Oh, it was released the same day as Part
It
1.
left us on just like such a hit cliffhanger. Do you think that we could wait?
I have returned. Oh
Which
no!
also, okay, I'm gonna be so real. I didn't get to actually finish the episode, so I don't have a lot of notes. Pretty much my notes are, why does Megatron have a dumpy? Okay, he's got like thunder thighs. I'm sorry.
Listen, everybody was thinking it. Nobody needed to say it.
I needed to say it. Is this why Nicki Minaj always says they call me Megatron in that one song? Is this?
I don't know. I don't listen to Nicki Minaj.
I love Nicki. Like she's literally like, they call me Megatron. Have you seen Nicki Minaj? She does look like Megatron. It makes so much sense now.
The IMDb overview says Megatron begins his plan for dominating the universe and reveals his discovery of a dark energon that allows him to spread his evil energy. I mean, kind of. There's a lot more that happens.
Yeah,
His evil energy.
I think we've already learned that Abbey wants to be dominated by Megatron, so she should go to that version of it.
Everyone thought it, but did it really need to be said?
Okay.
I'd be so down for the other guy with the really nice acrylic nails.
What are you talking
He
about?
looks okay. I truly cannot think.
You are not talking about Starscream. You are not talking about Starscream.
Okay, Starscream
No.
and Megatron, the two cuntiest robots I've ever met.
Okay, Starscream.
Like surfing.
Starscream is cunty, but there is nothing to him. Why would you want to be involved with that man? Just like
Right? Like,
I frequently date men who have like no essence to them.
I've dated
So,
one man, and that did not go well. So there is that.
I've dated several men and it has never gone well.
So we start out, the Nemesis is descending into a random crevice, I guess. And then we get the glow stick elevator. Why does it look like it's made of glow sticks?
That was so funny to me, honestly. I was like, why is it just glowing? Like, it looks like a Slinky. It's literally a Slinky.
Guys, it made me think of the hamster tubes. Like aren't we all just a bunch of robots in the hamster tubes of life?
It's a metaphor.
What the fuck?
Starscream, for some reason, always sounds like he's monologuing. He sounds like he's constantly on stage delivering his climaxing monologue in a theater production.
I think he just wants attention. Like,
Oh yeah.
he's so tiny compared to Megatron, and he just wants some power.
Just a little.
The guy.
Truly, like just give him a special little hat and he'll be happy.
Yeah.
Maybe the monologues will end if you just give him a special little hat.
He needs a special little hat.
Oh, I wish. In one of the comics, actually, he does get a crown for a bit. And it's very funny.
Hooray! I'm proud
No,
of him.
not hooray. It goes straight to his head.
Oh,
no.
Well, yeah, it's a crown. That's where it goes.
Can we talk about the sexual tension between Starscream and Megatron?
Absolutely.
It's entirely one-sided, because Starscream just wants Megatron, and Megatron thinks that Starscream should die.
I mean, to be fair, Starscream also thinks that Megatron should die because power, but...
Right. I mean, he wants all of Megatron's power, so there's that, but he also fully wants to take him.
True.
I don't know. I am excited to see more of how their relationship develops. Am I going to be begging for something to happen every time? Like, I will yell at the next million episodes being like, kiss, kiss, kiss. But then again, I do that with anybody.
So, Starscream yells at one of the Viacons to like bring him a sample of Energon. And the way Megatron reacts is kind of like a parent telling an older sibling, "You're not the parent, okay? That's my job."
Right. Yes.
You're not my dad! Go on and hear something! Ugly ass! Doo-doo head!
Fuck.
I love Fine.
I thought that was so funny, actually, when Megatron was like, "Starscream, no, I'm giving the orders." I was like, "Oh, it's
Oop.
away for 3 years."
Dommy Daddy. Huh? What? Who said that?
Abby, you need help.
What are you talking about? Who said that?
Oh gosh. So Starscream says to Megatron in a weirdly sarcastic voice, "Surely you found something in your 3 years in space. What's the sarcasm for? What? I'm so confused."
Because wait, I have a good answer to this, don't talk over me. Because Starscream is mad that Megatron came back because Starscream had all the power. So he's sarcastic about Megatron because, like, what first of all, what the fuck was Megatron doing just by himself in space? And second of all, who gave him the audacity to come back?
Thank you for translating the sarcasm. I'm not great at it all the time.
Listen, I have the type of autism where I spent years studying people, and so I know everything about people. I know everything.
Mine was I don't understand people. Mine is just I can't understand people and I tried.
That's true.
I'm like a weird
failed.
middle ground.
I also bullied you relentlessly, so there was that.
Well, yeah, it's fine.
We're like when things come in different colors, we're just the different variations of autism. Collect them all!
Gotta catch 'em all.
Autism! Gotta catch them all!
Megatron then reveals that he spent 3 years in space looking for space drugs,
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah.
aka Dark Energon, which, very creative name. It's Energon, but it's purple. I got it. Dark Energon.
Ooh.
Did it, like, blood of Unicron or something?
Yeah, so Primus is like their god, and Unicron is kind of like, I don't want to say Satan. He's more like the Discord of this. Unicron is like,
Not the My Little Pony reference.
I mean, he's literally the embodiment of chaos and destruction. So like,
Oh, yes, so Discord.
so
I
Discord.
love it. No, it was awesome. I loved it.
One of the notes I had was the frick is a cosmic shore. And then I looked it up and I found a definition is an empirical division separating solar system bodies. So there you go. Cosmic shore.
Wow.
So he went to the edge of the solar system.
I guess so.
Why does bro need that?
Who knows? So I was right when I said that Cliffjumper was dead and he wasn't coming back because it's not quite bringing him back. It's more just like reanimation or I guess, what were you saying? Necromancy?
Necromancy.
Necromancy.
But it's just twisted necromancy.
I don't know. I mean, did we expect a man named Cliff Jumper to stay alive?
No, it's good that he's dead. I'm glad he's dead. He was annoying.
No!
His name is stupid.
He's got a dumb name.
Like, why does he have the name Cliff Jumper? Like, the other ones kind of make sense.
I mean, again, there are other names that are kind of weird. There's a Decepticon medic in another continuity whose name is Flatline. I don't know what you want from me. They just name them random things.
Must have been a really shit day.
I feel like they take some sort of like word generator or like one of those little like bingo containers. They roll around little balls and then they pull out two balls and it's like, well, guess this person's name is road sign. I just looked at the first two things I saw. Cloud handle. Perfect.
Okay, let's move on from that, because that could get real dicey real quick.
Megatron says we only need a cadaver. Why that word? Why'd you have to use that word? I don't like that word in this context.
No, it actually makes so much sense.
Yes. I mean, the show's for kids. We gotta advance the vocabulary.
No, cadaver is the right word because a cadaver is essentially a body donated to science, or like if you're donating your organs, you're a cadaver. So it makes sense that it'd be cadaver as opposed to like corpse or just dead guy because they're using the body, the corpse, for science or for an experiment.
I know, I just don't like hearing cadaver in the context of this situation.
I'm used to hearing cadaver, so it doesn't bother me.
Right. I mean, was he like really donated to science, or was he just murdered for science?
I mean, he was straight just murdered to be murdered, but like then his corpse was used for science, so cadaver.
Yeah, which is apparently fairly common with other, like especially the comics, which we'll talk about later. Megatron loves testing Starscream's non-existent loyalty. Are you prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice? And Starscream's just, won't be necessary, please.
Please don't kill me.
Starscream just doesn't want to die. He wants Megatron to go away, really is what he wants.
Oh yeah. Luckily, Starscream has the world's worst gift. I don't know if you should give someone a dead body as a welcome home present. I don't think that that's a normal thing to do, but
It's a show about talking robots. It's not going to be normal.
Why, you never been to a Christmas party?
That was real dark, Abby.
It is what it is.
so he asked the Viacons to bring the dead body to the mines where they were talking. Like, why? Why did you keep the body, and why did you tell them to bring it to the mines before you knew that he was going to ask for it? Because there's no way that they brought it to you guys that quickly. Are you just showing it off? Like, look!
Ian, there are a lot of things you could do with a dead body.
No, hear me out. This may be a little bit of a stretch, but didn't they're not okay. They're not human. They're robots, and one could argue, since they are not human, that they are animal-like. And didn't people used to kill animals and give them to women to confess their love? I think it's a confession of love.
Oh, what?
I have never heard of that.
The Vikings gave their wives cats, but they were alive.
Not the animals. I'm not talking about dowries. I'm not talking about dowries, but also the ye olden, not in even more ye olden than just I have 4 goats. Give me your wife.
Give me my wife.
It's like there's a dead deer. Give me your wife.
What kind of autism do you have? And why is it devoted to that?
I mean,
Who knows?
I feel like it's more similar to a cat killing something in your house and then bringing it to you to be like, look, see? Aren't you so proud of me? Tell me I'm amazing.
Proud of me. Yeah, that's more accurate. Starscream is an angry wet cat.
He is.
Yes, I'll sacrifice my attraction to Megatron for the love of 2 lovers. They're meant to be.
You might change your mind in a few episodes.
Abby, I really think you need to watch The Dragon Prince. That's a much better outlet for whatever you have going on.
Oh boy.
Listen, sometimes people need to simp over robots and you just have to let them go.
I need to find something. Like I don't know shit about Transformers. But you know what I do know a lot about? Love and people and attractive people. So I'll find something.
Do you know something about attractive people? Cause like,
Okay, we don't need to talk. Okay, I'm also delusional. We need to get that
Okay.
clear. So they are
Okay.
for a period of time.
You need a lobotomy.
Ooh, there's another conversation I could go on about lobotomies.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
That was her senior project.
A chunk of my senior project was literally lobotomy.
You can tell me all about lobotomies later. We gotta finish this episode before Oshi goes insane.
We do have to finish the episode. Are we? I don't even think we're in the first 3 minutes of the episode. Probably not. We need to continue.
Probably not. All right. So Jack is saying, okay, cool. If we see any strange vehicles, call 911. Can I go? And Miko just disagrees. Jack's trying to live his life. Miko wants to live her life in Botswana, and I find that a very funny pun. I know my humor is bad, but it was funny.
Your humor is bad.
I don't know. What life does Jack want to go back to? Being harassed at a fast food job and being paid minimum wage?
That's my
You're
thing.
hanging out with sick robots. I'd quit working at a church joint for robots.
Okay, but see, the robots are in the middle of a war, though, and I think Jack is the most realistic of all of the people there, and he does not want to be involved in the war.
Yeah, it's like I said last episode, he's the trope of that one guy in a musical who's completely normal asking everyone, "Why are you singing? How do you all know this dance?"
Yes,
Oh my god.
that is correct.
Ratchet, after Optimus says that it'd be safer if they stayed with them, Ratchet goes, essentially, "What if I step on them? They'll splatter." And Optimus is just like, "Then don't do that." Ratchet is right, though. It is not the safest place for him.
That was hilarious. I loved that exchange.
It was so funny.
It's like,
They
No.
will go
it's
squish.
like, hear me out.
Hear me out.
Don't.
No.
Squish.
Can we talk about for a second the fact that the 8-year-old fixed the computer? He's an 8-year-old.
He's
He doesn't
12.
know shit about computers.
He's
Listen,
12.
he's
We'll
8,
get there.
okay? I
Dude.
know he's 12.
That kid is,
He's 8.
I don't know, that kid is serving you want to see my Pokemon cards.
Okay, that kid is so autistic. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He was playing alone with cars by the side of a highway. Like something's wrong with him.
I mean,
And also he looks like Jimmy Neutron.
You missed a whole discussion last episode, Abby, about him being 8 and stupid.
Well, yeah, he's 8 years old. What do you expect him to be? I mean, probably because he's like 8 years old in a high school.
He's 12.
he's 12.
He's 8 in my mind. He's canonically 12.
He's 12.
I call him 8 because he looks like an 8-year-old.
Okay. He does not, I would not say he's 12. I've met 12-year-olds.
Exactly.
Not his vibe. Then again, the 12-year-olds I know, they use bruh in every other sentence.
12-year-olds need help. Everybody needs help. I need help.
Help. Need somebody.
Ratchet is right, though. The base is not the safest place for them to be at all. Like,
Oh, is 100% the most logical thought there.
yeah. Because, he also calls them children, which they are, and Jack is so offended at being called a child.
Correct.
You are a child. Just because you're 16 doesn't mean you're not a child.
He's like, I'm 16 and a half.
That's hilarious.
Have you seen my driver's license? I have my driver's license. Fuck are you calling me a child? I say fuck.
Why did his mom not question him more about the bike? Like, where the fuck is your 16-year-old
We will get to that. We will get
gonna
to
get a fucking motorcycle that's in
Wait.
mint condition?
Hold on, have we seen his mom? Did we see his mom in the episode?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Not yet. It's in the later bit of the episode, but yes. So the proximity alarm goes off. Now we get to meet the babysitter, or as Optimus calls him, their liaison, because he is a nerd who needs to use a thesaurus for every word.
Literally, when that scene came on, I went, oh my god, it's the babysitter.
It's the babies. Raph just immediately translating for the other two because he's done this before.
Raph is the only one who can understand B.
Yes, but also his full name is Rafael Jorge Gonzalez Esquivel. He has definitely done some translating before between people.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Is Bumblebee Spanish? Why
Huh?
only Raph can understand him?
I don't think Bumblebee is Spanish.
That was not a genuine question. I was being silly.
I know. Jack hearing about Agent Fowler and then immediately being like, I thought we were the only ones who knew about you. It's like when Jay in Ninjago says, the first thing I thought was Jay saying, are you implying that I'm not special?
That's so funny. No, that's accurate. That's so accurate, actually.
My mommy says I'm the most special guy in the world.
Wild.
They say that Fowler only shows up when we screwed up, so maybe meet him another time when he's not already mad at us.
Right.
We don't need to give him more reasons to be mad at us. So, like, go hide somewhere.
That's so funny. Also,
And as it turns,
go ahead.
yeah, no, I was gonna move on, but if you have a thought, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna talk about the sexual tension between Fowler and Optimus, but, interspecies relations are typically frowned upon.
Not in this franchise, unfortunately.
I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know.
Historians call them close friends, besties, roommates, colleagues, anything but lovers. History hates lovers.
Is this historical now?
So, as it turns out, there are consequences to ignoring traffic laws, and they're not just monetary.
What?
He says that there is a massive traffic jam. How did all of that happen? I did not see any traffic on that highway. I saw like 5 cars on that highway.
I didn't even see one car on that highway. Like, is he talking about the one that, Bulkhead was stuck in?
Maybe, but that was
It's like, that
before.
wasn't Bulkhead's fault.
Right? It wasn't Bulkhead's fault.
Right, that doesn't make any sense.
One of my notes says, Jack, hide better than a cartoon spy, please. For goodness sake. He's just peeking out a wall. Jack, have common sense, please.
Listen, Jack is me for real. He's the only one who's like, "Hey guys, maybe we should like not get involved in this intergalactic robot war as humans." And he's the only one using his brain. He's the smartest person in the room.
And yet he tries to hide behind a wall and then sticks his head out from behind said wall.
Listen, he might be able to use his brain, but sometimes he doesn't.
Selective common sense.
Yes.
One of my favorite quotes from this show. So, anything you want to get off your tin chest, Prime?
He was made a 10, that'd be real bad for him.
Me.
Why you sexualizing it?
In chest.
You literally just said there was sexual tension before Agent Fowler and Optimus Prime.
Listen, I made a comment about the sexual tension that was already there. I didn't try and sexualize it further.
How did he say
There's
that?
a
Was he
difference.
like, you have anything to get off your tin chest? Or you got anything to get off your tin chest? Is he specifying the material of his chest? Like, you hear women, they're like, his little chest.
Oh, listen, I'll sexualize things that make sense to sexualize. That,
I
it
will.
doesn't really make
Oh,
sense.
gosh.
I'm not, I can see how
And
it
I
would
did
have
it.
the effect.
I'm not saying you did. I am openly doing it. This
Oh,
is
okay.
I
We're moving on.
disclaimer. Echo does
We're
not
moving on now.
sexualize things more, but I will. Have you?
We're moving
Have
on.
you? Okay. What the,
Oh,
here's the
gosh.
thing. People describe like chest as old. Okay.
Optimus, I have the situation handled. Fowler, I want to handle it because I think I know better. Optimus, no, you don't. You're primitive and small and not made of metal. These are many disadvantages.
Yes.
Fowler, that's what you think. No, that's fact. That's not an opinion. That's the truth. Is essentially what that interaction was.
Well, that's exactly what that interaction was. And it was hilarious. Optimus just being like, buddy, I could crush you with a flick of my wrist. And Fowler being like,
Right?
are you sure? I'm a big boy. I can
Are
take
you
it.
sure?
I'm a big boy.
Like, buddy, you're not that cool. All right.
Bulkhead says, "Hey, fleshy," and I said, and my notes say, "Is that rude?" I feel like that's rude, but I can't tell.
Is that sounds like a slur? Like, do robots have slurs?
No, to me, it's kind of the same vibe as in Newsies, the character Crutchy, calling him Crutchy instead of just like saying his name.
Ah.
Like I feel like it could be offensive, but it's also like probably not if they're friends.
Yeah,
if that
it's
makes sense.
weird. Yeah. However, they are not friends. Bulkhead and Fowler do not agree on anything, as you will find out. Bulkhead knows when to use force and how much to use. And he also breaks Ratchet's stuff. And this is the first instance of Ratchet saying, "Bulkhead, I needed that." And you will hear that many times over and over throughout the course of this show.
So last episode I said B was my favorite, but I think Bulkhead is gonna be my favorite.
Fair.
Like I like the way he fights. I like the way he interacts with the others. He's big and he's a large man. And that's great. I love him.
Great. Maybe that's why you also like Aziraphale. Optimus then has to turn to everybody and say, "Children, stop fighting, for goodness sake. Please."
Optimus is Sensei Wu. He is.
He is.
That's Sensei
But
Wu
also, he's a
vibes.
dad.
That's true.
He's also a dad.
He is.
Turns to Agent Fowler. "If you fight them, you're gonna die. Let me fight them." Fowler's not happy about it.
Yeah,
She's like,
that's funny.
"You might be able to allow humans to die, but I won't." It's like, dang, that's one way to talk to a government official.
Listen, the government is notoriously bad at keeping people alive.
That is so true. It is so true. Bulkhead says the equivalent of "big balls for a human." Okay, backhanded compliment, but Bulkhead, we need to talk about the way you talk to humans.
Yes.
We need to have a conversation.
So that's why I love him. That's why I love him.
We gotta give him one of those like work meetings.
Oh no. Optimus then corrects his child for his odd comment again, because that's what you have to do.
Yes. Poor tired old man Optimus.
Back to the Decepticon mines, we are once again staring at Cliffjumper's corpse. For like too long.
Yay.
Like it's just long enough that it's weird.
I mean, he was strapped down. Like, why was he strapped down too? Like, he's literally dead. Why was he?
He might have fallen off if they like jostled it.
The way he was strapped down, though, like each limb, it looked like
Yeah,
something weird was
yeah.
about to happen.
I mean, something weird is about to happen.
As the kids say, "Bow chicka wow wow."
What the fuck was that?
Megatron has an amazing plan. "I'm gonna stab the corpse with my drugs."
Genius.
I mean, yeah, as someone who stabs himself with drugs,
Starscream is not vibing with this plan.
no,
I don't
he's
think
not.
this counts as revival. Reanimation? Sure, but like, this is like what Enoch does in Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, if you guys know what I mean.
Why am I not surprised that you made that comparison? I mean, it is what he does.
Listen, I might not be able to read the book anymore because it makes me creeped out, but whatever. It was good when I read it the first time.
I've never read the book.
Don't.
I should probably read the book.
No, you should not.
Why? I like weird books.
This kid starts dating his grandfather's old ex-girlfriend because of time loops.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty weird. But also not the weirdest thing that I've read.
There you go. Hilarious noises from Cliffjumper. It kind of sounds like, oh, what's the noise? It's like when your dad wakes up early in the morning and he has phlegm in the very back of his throat and he's trying to get it out.
Oh my god.
That noise?
What?
Nothing, I made a noise.
Oh, okay.
The mic did not register it.
Sad.
It's okay, it was an aggressive noise, it's probably good. Oshi, do you know the noise?
It's like the
Noise I make when I clear my throat?
Cliffjumper straight up kills two guys and Megatron does not care. He just watches. Oh well.
He's just standing there. I think Megatron...
Wait, isn't Cliffjumper dead?
So, yes,
Yeah, he got reanimated.
by the Dark Energon.
Oh.
It's alive!
What the hell?
Alive!
Cliffjumper then gets the sandwich treatment, getting sliced diagonally,
That was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
He does get cut in half.
as we see a less dramatic Mufasa scene, where he just steps on his hands.
How does that not kill him, though? Like,
Because he's not exactly alive, so he can't really die either.
weird.
It's like an undead kind of thing.
Whack.
Ratchet sees that Cliffjumper's life signal has come back online, and everyone's like, how? Ratchet says, no, Earth tech just sucks. Like, there's no way this is real.
Ratchet goes, this is not a thing.
And RC's like, but what if there's a chance? What if there's a chance he's alive? And Optimus is like, alright, let's go. We're outnumbered as it is.
That was so wild. Like, why would they go? Like, Jumper was obviously dead, and RC is just mad because she wanted to say goodbye to her boyfriend. I don't
That's
actually
true.
know if they're together.
I mean, it's heavily implied.
Yeah.
Miko wants to go with, and is told that she has to stay with Ratchet. Both parties are equally disappointed.
Yes.
Womp womp.
Yes, they are.
Remain with Ratchet. Aww. Ah. I don't want to hang out with these children.
That was so funny, actually. No, why does Miko want to die so badly? He's like, ah, yes, let's get in the middle of this intergalactic robot fight. No, bitch, go home.
You got homework to finish.
She's an adrenaline junkie, and she doesn't do homework.
I think she's just a junkie. That was rude, I'm sorry.
No, it was funny.
The children shout, witchcraft! No, it's a ground bridge. They then ask, they're like, what's that?
What is a ground bridge?
Ratchet is like, obviously it's a worse space bridge. Duh. The frick do you mean? Why would they know what that is? Get off your high horse, Ratchet.
Exactly. It's a wormhole.
Your bridges aren't cooler than ours.
It's a wormhole, basically.
Yeah, it's like a portal.
Which is really funny.
Oh.
Ratchet is like, we don't have the ability to go to space. And the children are like, oh, so you're stuck here. Yes, with you. Thank you for reminding me, he says, with hatred.
Ratchet is so funny.
He
He's
is!
the most logical of the bots. Like, Jack is obviously the most
This is
logical,
why Ratchet is my favorite.
but that doesn't surprise me. Ratchet would fully be your favorite.
Should I be offended?
Oh,
Why do you think that?
no, you shouldn't be offended. I think Ratchet's your favorite because he's sarcastic and, like, kind of aggressive towards the
Oh.
humans.
Fair enough. I was worried it was gonna be something else.
Oh, I mean, Crowley's your favorite Good Omens character, right?
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I know too much about you, alright? I know you better than you know yourself.
Unfortunately, yes, you do. It means I get called out all the time.
Okay, you can call me out right back.
Ratchet's gotta brag a little bit. I would say he's earned it, but you're also bullying children, so like, I don't know.
Bullying children is awesome, actually. I think we should, as a society, do more of that. That was a joke. I don't believe that at all.
I can't. I work at a daycare, so like, not gonna work out.
I work at an Old Navy, so I don't see children very often.
Ratchet is slightly concerned by Miko. Why does this human child think she can fight me? This is worrying. Right after Ratchet threatens to send them all to Tokyo.
They should all go to Tokyo. Like, that's obviously not without telling their parents. But
Honestly, it'd be safer.
I love how they're all like, "We need to get home. It's 10 p.m." And Miko's like, "I don't need to go anywhere. I could stay here forever, actually."
She doesn't care.
She does not give a singular fuck.
Ratchet, why are you trying to send 3 children to an unknown city? Pop doesn't want to talk to the kids.
That has the vibe of an incorrect quote that you picked up on Tumblr.
Nope, just my brain.
Your brain needs help.
I'm aware. That's what I have friends for.
Your friends also need help.
Minimal.
That's what I have sisters for.
Okay, yeah, your sisters are pretty normal.
Back in the mines where the Autobots have now gathered, they decide, covert? Nah. I've never heard of that. Let's go.
Let's just charge in there and hope we don't die. 'Cause that always goes well.
Something, I think it was the drill, but something makes a sound that sounds like nails on a chalkboard, and I hated it. I hated it so much.
Yeah, I think it was when they were cutting the energon.
I hated
I
it.
didn't really notice, to be honest.
It's like, seriously, have you heard of low profile? Have you have you never heard of this?
Clearly not, they're giant robots. Like, how are
True.
they gonna be low profile? I love that when they were fighting, they switched pretty consistently between, like, car form and Autobot form, and the Decepticons just didn't.
This
It's
didn't.
like, it clearly shows how the Autobots have adapted their fighting style to, like, more Earth dynamics, and I
Yeah,
think that's what gives them the edge in the fight.
yeah,
Like, cause RC makes herself like, she when she goes motorcycle, she's smaller and more nimble, so, like, she's harder to hit, obviously. I mean, she can't really
yeah,
hit back, but the others are just large
yeah.
and fast.
The Decepticons using one of the drills as a weapon is more effective than so many other villains in existence.
Right?
It's such a better plan than anything you've ever seen.
That's true. But also, like, I feel like the drills are easy to dodge.
Well, that's the thing is
Like,
immediately
I could dodge a drill.
Bulkhead immediately punches said drill out of existence. So, maybe not too effective.
True. Bulkhead is me for real.
RC does one of the weirdest fighting moves I have ever seen, which is using her feet to decapitate somebody.
Right? That was so whack. Like, I mean, I understand, like, how it worked, right? She grabbed the guy with her feet and spun and literally spun his head off,
Right,
but also, like, how the fuck did that work?
right? Weird flex, but okay.
Right? Literally what that is. I mean, I'm not into women, but, like, it could be seen as hot. I don't know.
I am not into anybody, so, like, I don't
Abby,
know.
you should watch the end of the episode. Maybe you'd agree with me.
Probably should.
Yeah.
Apparently Bumblebee loves landing on top of people as a battle tactic because he does it again. And it works, to be fair.
'Cause he's a bee.
Bumblebee is awesome.
He is a bee.
Like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Just
He's
being bee.
landing on people.
It's like that one scene from the Bee Movie where they're like, "Thinking bee!" He's thinking bee.
I hate the Bee Movie with a passion, actually. It's so weird. I think it's
It's
really stupid.
and really gross.
It's not good.
But yes, Bumblebee is funny. It's a weird fucking movie.
Optimus lifts the drill with one hand and just pushes it to the side as if he's just like swatting a fly, just like, get out of here.
Yes.
Minor inconvenience.
Doesn't care about the drills.
The Viacons on top of them.
They all have shit
They
aim.
do.
Like,
They really
it's
do.
just bad.
Back at base, Miko asks, "What's that?" "Broken, don't touch." She tries to touch it again because there's no way she can know. But Ratchet has mom level knowledge. Don't touch that either. Eyes in the back of his head.
Right? That was funny.
Ratchet tries to use the computer, and the computer says, you didn't say the magic word.
The computer doesn't work. And then Mr. 8-year-old over here is like, "I can fix your computer," and plugs in a laptop. Where the fuck did he get the
He carries
laptop?
it in his
He
backpack.
just presses 3 buttons and fixes the
Carries it
computer.
in his backpack.
Why does an 8-year-old have a
He's
laptop?
a coder.
He doesn't need a laptop.
He does coding.
He's autistic. He's autistic. That's what he is. He's autistic and lonely, and he needs some friends that are not robots.
Ratchet would never choose to use your primitive Earth technology. Fair. Honestly fair. Our technology sometimes sucks.
It does. Ratchet is so spicy, and I love him for that.
Ratchet also mentions that there were former tenants. What do you mean tenants? You're not paying rent.
Right?
What?
That was kinda weird. Like, the former tenants of the missile silo that we're currently in. Like, buddy, you mean the people who controlled the missiles?
He tries to fix the computer, and the computer decides, fuck you. Ratchet is unfortunately used to the fuck you and has no fix to it. And Raph, the 12-year-old, decides to fix it. Which Ratchet says, "You're a child. This is really hard to do." He fixes it anyways. And Ratchet's just,
Listen,
oh the fuck?
that was so funny. Because, like, he's a child. How can he just fix the computer like that when he knows nothing about the systems or how it's set up? Shouldn't be allowed. Not possible. I think Ratchet is just jealous.
And we're back in the mines. Optimus fights like he's constantly in a duel for some reason.
He does. He really does.
He then fuck. He then transformers. God damn it. He then,
Are you okay?
yup. He then transforms, get hit with a swerving semi-truck, my dudes. I would also be terrified of a semi-truck spinning around like that. I would be terrified.
That was a hilarious scene.
I would be so...
That was so funny, actually.
I would be terrified if I saw a semi-truck just swerving around. Like, get me out. I don't want to be here.
Like, well, I mean, semi-trucks are huge compared to us. We would die.
If I saw a person doing that, I'd also leave. Like, if a guy just starts spinning around and swerving.
I don't know, maybe he's a weird guy. He's a spinny guy. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong with Spinny Guy.
I think something's wrong with spinny guy.
This one Viacon gets run over so many times. Like, 3 or 4 times gets run over by everybody.
As he should. He doesn't deserve to live. He deserves to be run into the ground like the trash that he is.
Again, covert? Anybody? No?
No,
Okay.
you just want to kill everyone. You're weird like that.
Switch to Megatron, who is staring at the drugs. How do I control the drugs?
Yeah, Buddy's got a problem with the drugs. Why is he obsessed with controlling them? Or drugs?
One of my favorite lines from this episode is, "I need more time to prepare an appropriate reception for my old friend." Bro, it sounds like you're getting married.
Listen, Megatron is allowed to be gay for Optimus. It's allowed. Enemies to lovers, anyone?
My ex-wife is coming and I need to prepare a party.
No, that's even better. Ex-wife is even better. That's so funny.
That's the main, joke, is because they knew each other way before the war.
Right.
So it's the joke of, they're divorced.
Divorced. Oh no. Are they ever gonna get back together? Poor guys.
No, not really.
That would be chaotic. They shouldn't get back together.
No. Okay, everybody, we need to retreat. But they'll steal all my hard work. Starscream is complaining. But it's not your work, Starscream. That's the Viacon's work. You were just telling them what to do.
Right. And then Megatron's just like, blow it
And
up.
blow it up. It's simple. Come on.
Starscream's like, no, my hard work. Why are you destroying
Well, he just
it?
doesn't want the Autobots to get his hard work. He doesn't care if it blows up. He just doesn't want the Autobots to get anything.
That's true. Poor guy. Why is he a plane?
Because he's a seeker.
I don't know what that means.
There's a selection of Transformers that transform into things like jets and planes and flying things, and they are called seekers.
Got it.
I thought they were just really good at hide and seek.
Oh, that's not what that means.
I'm good at hide and seek.
Ow. I'm not.
What'd you do?
I cracked my neck. It didn't actually hurt. I was just reacting to the noise it made.
RC sees Cliffjumper and books it. "Ma'am, it is unsafe to drive that high up. You are asking to be shot at. You can't escape when you're that high in the air."
She's so silly. Like, she just wants to get to her dead boyfriend. And running into the middle of a war zone doesn't matter to her. She doesn't care. And then everybody else is like, "Oh, we'll cover you," and proceeds to miss every single shot they take. Like, they're bad at
That's
fighting
true.
on both sides.
She gets to Cliffjumper and, oh no, it's the purple Kool-Aid, guys. It's the purple Kool-Aid.
Not the purple Kool-Aid.
No.
Purple Kool-Aid.
I low-key thought that Cliffjumper was just gonna bite her.
Nom.
I don't know why, but, like, he's crazy, he's on the drugs, he's high, why not? Why not be a little bitey?
I think it's probably because you're thinking about zombies.
Maybe a little bit.
Optimus is playing carnival games with the Viacons, just bing, bing, bing.
He really is.
RC tells him, let's go home. And Cliffjumper then responds with the unholy noises of a rabid raccoon with a sore throat.
Yes, and throws himself back off the cliff.
One of my notes says, oh fuck, I dropped it.
I mean, she does kinda drop him, and then everybody else is just like, "Oh shit, she dropped him."
Oh my, Optimus looks so traumatized. Cause he is, but just like,
"No, my boy! Father, help!"
Yeah.
Father, help.
That's exactly what that was,
Well, he's definitely dead now.
right? Not coming back from that. Although his name is Cliffjumper, maybe he can survive falling off cliffs.
I wouldn't count on it.
No.
We then hear a resounding evil laugh because Starscream is dramatic.
Yes. He's a little bit silly.
Another one of my favorite lines. I'd stick around, but I'm squeamish.
That was so funny. Like, I don't know what about that made me laugh, but don't wanna watch all of your enemies get blown
Maybe
up.
it's the word squeamish.
It is, like, I just wasn't expecting that word, especially because like, there's no blood or anything.
No. Anyways, I just dropped a bomb.
Literally drops a bomb.
And is a drama queen. He is the drama queen of transforming.
He is. Like I said, he just wants attention.
He does.
What better way to get attention than blowing up your enemies? Though usually you get jail time for that, but still attention.
Yeah. Then says, quick, everyone, drive away. Drive away from the explosion?
Like,
Is driving faster than an explosion possible?
no, it's not. Like, the mushroom cloud, still gonna kill ya.
They're gonna drive away from the blue raspberry explosion.
Yes. That's literally what it was.
And Ratchet opens the ground bridge. And this is just another Tuesday for Ratchet. Just, cutting it a bit close.
Right.
Does this happen often?
He didn't give a singular fuck about the
No.
explosion coming. He's just like, "Alright, everybody get in here."
Ah, we're doing this again?
He
Alright.
didn't care in the slightest. Like, "Ah, yes, my friends. They're dying. Cool."
Cool. Miko wants to play 20 questions again because she can't read a room.
No. And Jack is like, "Hey, let's go see what's in the sock drawer." They don't have one.
He's just making stuff up so RC doesn't try to kill Miko.
She should. I think RC should strangle Miko. I think that would be hot. Which is funny because I'm not attracted to women.
RC says that he looked like one of those con experiments from the war. The Decepticons kind of sound like Nazis, I'm not gonna lie, but,
Right. They do. They do. They do, they definitely do. That was a little bit concerning to hear.
yeah. Do you wanna know something, unfortunate? I know about those experiments. Who wants to know?
Um, sure. Enlighten me, please.
One of the most common things that would be done, it would be Shockwave, who you will meet much later, but you will meet him eventually, would find a way to make Autobots into weapons to use against the Autobots.
Oh, wild. That's terrifying.
And actually, I was about to explain more, but I will save that for when we meet Shockwave because
Yay.
that'll be interesting.
He sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah. He's one of my favorites, I'm not gonna lie. RC has presyncope! Twinsies! You and me both.
She's just a little dizzy. Just a little. RC needs some compression socks, for real.
Need some salt packets.
Yes. Oh my lord. I literally drank a salt packet the other day. I was out with a friend and I was getting dizzy. I was like, all right, I guess we're going for salt packet. They were like, what the fuck are you doing? It's
Salt.
like, This is me not passing out.
This is me not passing out,
Drinking
guys.
salt.
Bumblebee is a concerned toddler. He, like, literally toddles over, is like, oh my gosh. Oh no.
My friend, not my friend.
Not my friend.
He's so funny.
RC's like, I'm fine. You're literally dying. Which is me and everyone else around me when I'm having a POTS flare up. I'm like, I'm fine. And everyone's like, you're literally dying.
Your heart rate is actually like 200. Maybe sit down.
Oh, that was wild. Oh, 200 heart rate was wild.
I don't want to do that ever. I'll stick to wearing compression socks 24/7.
We then get the kids, robots who get dizzy, robots with emotions, robots who can die. Nice job keeping things positive there, Jack.
Right?
Good job.
I told you, Jack is me for real. Like, yeah, not wrong.
It's like, they're dizzy, they have emotions, they can die. Thanks for that
I
one.
thought that was hilarious.
Ratchet, scanning, error.
Error. Yes.
The frick is this? It's the Kool-Aid, Ratchet. The Kool-Aid.
The magic purple goo.
He uses a scalpel to remove the goo. Is this standard procedure? Should you be doing that?
That was so weird. At first I was like, why is he using a scalpel? And then I was like, is that plastic knife? Because it looks like a plastic knife. I mean, it's clearly a scalpel, but like,
It'd be funny if it was a plastic knife.
it'd be hilarious.
Go take a decontamination bath now.
That was funny. That was hilarious. Also, why did they just casually have a decontamination chamber?
Because this shit happens? I don't know. Maybe their decontamination thing is just like a bunch of hot water.
Yeah. Robots who can't drown. That's interesting.
No, they can't, but they are severely inhibited when they try to move underwater. Because, you know, when you try to move underwater, or like you tried to run underwater as a kid and get like fucking nowhere?
Right, because water is super heavy.
Right. So they just sink to the bottom and then have to walk at the speed of like turtles.
Like hippos.
Like hippos. Jack does not want to be a rude house guest, but also he doesn't want the police getting called.
Needs to go home. I gotta go home to my mommy.
Optimus being like, have you broken a law? Why? Are you a narc?
Jack is just like, no, I just have to go home to my mommy. He's funny.
Raph is like, I'm gonna be grounded for a year if I don't go home. You aren't grounded already? How long have you not been home?
Right? Like,
You told your mom you would be like 5 minutes, and it's been hours.
right? That's wild. Their parents need help.
Optimus is just like, Earth customs. I hadn't considered. Respectful Optimus Prime. I love it.
He's so stupid, and it's so funny.
I still want you to be safe, so go home in a vehicle your parents do not recognize. This is a great plan.
Right?
It's a perfect
This
plan.
is an awesome plan. I wonder how that went.
Miko just wants to scare the fuck out of her host parents.
She does. I think Miko doesn't like them.
Maybe not. Her plans get ruined by Optimus not wanting to blow the cover that they've been keeping for literal years.
Right?
He then sends a child to escort a child, Bumblebee and Raph.
Right?
Hey, child, make sure this child gets home okay. Does Bumblebee need his own chaperone?
Bumblebee should have his own chaperone. That's what should be happening. Bulkhead going home with Miko is a bad plan. Like, those two could get into some serious shit.
Oh yeah. Optimus then turns to Ratchet to get Jack home, and he literally sings, busy!
Right? Ratchet's like, if you pick me, Optimus, I'm gonna punch you. He does not want anything to do with the children.
Yeah, no, not at all. RC then tries to get out of babysitting by faking sick, but her doctor ruins that immediately. You're fine, says your physician.
Right? Well, because Ratchet knows if RC doesn't go, he'll have to, and he doesn't want anything to do with that.
That or Optimus does, and that's awkward.
That's not gonna a fucking semi truck just on a residential street, that's gonna go well.
Yup.
Also, who's not gonna notice a random muscle car in their neighborhood?
Right? I feel like I would stare. Like, if there's a random muscle car pulling up on my street, I'd kind of just look out my window. Like, the frick?
Exactly. Bulkhead is the only inconspicuous one.
It really is. Like, an ambulance is inconspicuous enough because as long as the sirens aren't on, they just drive around.
Right.
Fairly normal. Jack tries to be nice, and, I'm sorry for your loss. RC immediately throws back, what do you know about loss? Have you noticed that this child doesn't have a dad? What do you call that?
Or that, like, humans' lifespans are significantly shorter than yours.
Right? And also, Jack doesn't have a dad.
Right. Of course he knows about loss. What the fuck are you talking about? So silly.
Stop downplaying people's struggles, RC.
She needs to go to therapy.
He is also now dealing with your war, too.
Right.
That's not the average human experience.
Right.
Yes, he needs to go to therapy.
Poor RC. Poor Jack.
RC tries to kill Jack's mom.
Literally. Jack is like,
How did she not see the giant robot in her garage?
because she's stupid. We've already established this. She didn't ask enough questions about why Jack brought home a motorcycle. She's dumb.
Jack is terrified, thinking he has to give her the whole lore. And then it's, oh good, she just saw the motorcycle. But Jack's mom is so right. A 16-year-old on a motorcycle when you work at the hospital? No thanks.
Right.
No thank you. No.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Not a good plan. Not a good plan. Also, don't you need like a separate type of license for a motorcycle? Ain't no way he has that.
Yes, you do. You do need a separate license to drive a motorcycle.
Listen, I don't know anything about anything, all right? I'm just here.
No, you were right, so you're good.
You sounded aggressive.
No. Jack argues, I can't be riding a 10-speed forever. And why don't you get a car?
Right?
You have a job. You can probably buy a piece of crap that's fallen apart, but it's a car.
In this economy, no way.
Well, this is in 2010. Keep that in mind.
Still. He's probably making like 14 an hour at that stupid restaurant.
It's still decent.
I don't know. I don't think it's good enough.
You can buy really cheap used cars on, like, Facebook Marketplace.
Okay. That's Facebook Marketplace. It's not a good place to be buying a car.
Says who?
Somebody with a brain?
Shish.
No.
His mom then says, how did you afford this brand new looking motorcycle? It's like, it actually sucks, I promise. It's like totally trashed. All I can think about is RC just sitting there thinking, rude.
Yes, that's what I
Bitch.
thought too.
How dare you? I think it's really cute that he bought a motorcycle helmet as a kid.
Right?
Like, just, what do you want to use your birthday money for? A motorcycle helmet. Okay.
Motorcycle helmet. Fine, I guess.
Yeah.
He's a little silly.
Jack says, you always tell me to make responsible choices, yet you didn't listen to her this time?
Right?
Like,
He's the only responsible one, though. He's the only one who doesn't want anything to do with the war.
true. Jack refers to the motorcycle as her, and his mom just immediately says, I didn't think you'd be bringing girls home just yet. Does your mom know you're a loser? That kind of sucks if that's the case.
I mean, he's 16. I guess, I don't know what normal teenage dating habits are. I didn't get into a relationship until I was 17, and we all know how that turned out.
I mean, I am the last person to ask about what's normal when it comes to dating, so...
Yeah, that really sucks for you.
Abby, what's the normal thing? What's normal teenage dating?
Huh?
I said, what's average teenage dating?
Dumb. Truly the most awful experience and wonderful experience. But it always doesn't go great.
I meant more like what age, but that makes sense too.
Oh, age? Okay, here's the thing. I have this like weird rule where you're not really dating unless you can drive yourself to your significant other. If your mommy has to drive you, that's a play date. You're a child. So like dating in middle school doesn't mean anything. You're not dating. You're having play
That's
dates.
hilarious.
And maybe you'll graze hands.
Oh, dating in middle school,
But
you're not
like
dating. You're just good friends. Yeah.
PSA to any of you listening who want to drive a motorcycle. Wear your damn helmet. I mean it. Wear your damn helmet.
Wear all of the
Wear all of the gear, but especially your helmet.
Yes. I can't tell you how many cases my dad
Your
has
helmet.
gotten from motorcycle accidents.
Boom. There you go.
My dad cuts up dead people for a living.
It's a better way to explain that.
He's a tissue he's a tissue recovery specialist. So he like takes their bones and shit.
I remember that's how you explained it to me as a kid.
It's funny. He cuts up I mean, it's true. He does cut up dead people, but like he takes stuff out of there too.
It is.
He usually sews them back up.
Yeah. Wear your damn
Yes.
helmet.
Please wear your helmet.
RC having to stay in the garage all night was hilarious.
That's so funny.
I'm just thinking of her like saying to herself, "God damn it, Jack. Really?"
Like, why did he close the door? She needs to be able to see if there are Decepticons out there.
I mean, if they can't see her,
I guess.
maybe.
I don't know how that works.
Good morning. RC is here to rev her engine to wake you up. And Jack says, "Shut up. My mom got home from work last night. She needs to sleep. Let your nurse, friends, and family members sleep. Let them sleep.
Yeah. Let them sleep.
They are tired.
They are tired.
Also, you're not going to get anything intelligible out of them anyways, so let them sleep."
Yes.
RC continues to rev her engine because she does not care.
She doesn't give a singular fuck.
Jack is like, "Dude, Saturday's like my one day off. You can watch cartoons back at base with Bumblebee." He's so offended. Ugh, I'm 16. I'll go watch cartoons with Bumblebee. Get off your high horse. I want to go watch cartoons. I want to go watch cartoons.
Right? I wanna watch cartoons with B. Can I pick the cartoon?
What cartoons were running in 2010?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
What cartoons were running in Let's see.
Or cartoons of the 2010s. Let's look at that. Looks like maybe Steven Universe.
Okay.
Adventure Time. Adventure Time is so awesome. Regular Show. Love Regular Show. The Amazing World of Gumball. Yeah, that's okay. Steven Universe
Yeah.
is awesome. Clarence. Uncle Grandpa. Teen Titans Go. I also enjoyed that.
Oh gosh, Young Justice was running in 2010. Oh,
Never seen that.
don't. It's not worth it.
The High Fructose Adventures of Annoying Orange. What the fuck?
Oh god, Annoying Orange. Oh.
Gravity Falls, 2012 to 2016. Simpsons, disgusting. SpongeBob, also disgusting.
What do we think Bumblebee was watching in 2010?
Steven Universe, easy.
Yeah.
My Little Pony. No,
Wait.
B was watching My Little Pony.
He was watching My Little
That's my
Pony.
headcanon now.
We should all watch
2010
My
to
Little Pony.
2019. I've seen My Little Pony. I like My Little Pony.
Yes. RC spends 30 seconds with Jack's mom and immediately knows to say, "Leave a note for your mom. She worries." Yes. Yes, she does.
Right? She worries too much. She worries not enough, maybe. Also.
We get another shot of shrimp posture Starscream.
Yes.
He has to be curled
He needs,
over.
like, a back brace or something. He needs help. Can't be having back problems as a fucking plane. He's a fighter jet, really, but whatever.
He's got to go talk to Mrs. Get a chiropractor recommendation.
Right?
Really.
A teacher of ours wears a back brace all the time.
As she should.
Starscream says, "Optimus is totally gone because I blew up the mines." Megatron's like, "You think I haven't tried that before? We've been at war for millions of years, and you think I haven't tried blowing him up? Nobel Prize winner right here."
Right? Megatron's like, "No, you fucking dumbass. He's alive, obviously."
You idiot.
Obviously.
Megatron then proceeds to stab himself with the drugs.
Starscream was like, maybe you should spend less time with your drugs. It's gonna make you sick. And Megatron's like, maybe I need to spend more time with my drugs. It's gonna be sick.
Right? Megatron loves his drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. Starscream is just like, you don't know what it's gonna do. Science, Starscream. I know you wouldn't understand because you're a political scientist, but science.
Yes. Then stabs himself in the heart with the drugs.
Yep.
Megatron, you may be thick, but you're a little stupid.
Starscream is canonically a political scientist, and I think you should know this.
That's actually hilarious, honestly.
Yeah. Stabs himself with the space drug shard.
I want to be stabbed with space drugs. That sounds so fun.
Fun time.
Super fun time.
Why does the Dark Energon kind of scream when he pulls a shard off? Why does it do that?
It's alive. I
It
mean,
makes like a
it's
screaming
the
noise.
blood of some guy. Maybe it doesn't want to be separated from the rest of its blood cells. I don't know.
Maybe. What happens next is when you try to chug a McDonald's Sprite.
Ugh. Yes. Just agony. Pure agony. Agony.
They're like shaking. Ah.
I just thought of Into the Woods. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We then get a transition to research. I love this show's transitions.
Yes, they're kind of fun.
We have one of my next vocal stems, which is Ratchet saying, the chemical properties of this goo. Just the way he says goo. 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 This goo.
The goo then turns the little dead robot into a little robot spider. I love that.
It's alive! Him mumbling to himself while working is very relatable.
That's like my dad when he plays video games. Just mumbles to himself. It's actually really hilarious.
My question is, how is that thing a diagnostic tool? What does it do?
It does the diagnosis, obviously.
True.
I have no idea. I would pull that straight out my ass.
This whole scene would be a lot more gross if it wasn't metal, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Oh, cool.
That'd be disgusting.
And then little animated robot tool sees you on the ground and attacks you. To be continued.
He became a spider. It was kind of cute, honestly.
It was.
Spider.
If that's it, then we'll leave it there. Thank you for joining us at the McAdams Comlink. I hope you have a great day. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.